Good morning, guys. It's still kind of early, but getting on with the day. We drank our coffee, but this is what I like to see. All those cows over there. Alright, so this morning I think I'm going to start out by finish putting all the screws in the deck. We only put so many to get them in line and then got to go back and screw them all in. Tell viewers what happened yesterday.
So yesterday, Dad wanted to take this light that we had up in the tree and move it over here so it shined this way instead of at the house. And when they took it down, something happened with the electrical and something went wrong. And so now we are out of some electricity, meaning the water pump is out of electricity, so we don't have water right now.
Which means we didn't get to take real showers last night.
We had to come outside, scrub off, and hose each other down.
Yeah, pretty much. And not that we have hot water out here because we're out of propane, but normally we jump in the shower, turn on cold water, rinse off, that type of thing, just quick showers. And then yesterday was garden hose shower, which I'm not really
warm.
Yeah, I ain't complaining. It was the warmest shower I've had this whole entire 2 weeks. But yeah, we're gonna start out working on this deck. Dad's on his way out. At some point he's trying to get some more electrical wire and things like that we're gonna need to finish today. As you could tell, we got a bunch of trash in the truck that we're cleaning up, and we're gonna throw in our trash pile over there. And yes, we do have a trash pile out here because we don't have trash service. We don't have the ability to have people come in, pick up the junk, and leave. I know a lot of you guys are saying, why don't you just scrap the metal? In theory, that's really awesome, and it would be some extra money that we could use, but the practicality of that is slim to none, I guess. We would have to get a trailer, get the trailer close enough in there, get a tractor to pull that stuff out and put it on. I mean, it's like the frame of a Jeep and stuff like that. Years ago, we had an incident where our barn and other camp house got burned down to the ground. So that's what all that stuff is stuff that wasn't planned. It wasn't just junk thrown in there. Some of it is, like the deep freeze and stuff. When you're this far out, you don't have the luxuries of just getting a trash service out here or junkyard people to come in. But we do appreciate all your comments suggesting that, because that would be an awesome way to get some extra money. But you guys were also talking about wood that we can use, so let's check that out. So we got all this wood from the deck that we pulled up and cut off and stuff. As you could tell, it looks pretty good. For the most part, it is alright. It's just shorter pieces, and you could tell from the corners or from the edges where we cut off, it still looks pretty good. That wood is salvageable, and we will use it. That's why we have it stacked up here. Jaylena started the other day and started to take the nails out of it so we can reuse it for projects, whatever we may need. But there's a huge stack of wood, 2 more stacks of wood that I think you guys have seen and you said we should use, and we'll talk about that. So we have this big pile of wood right here. We've tried to use what we could. If you can tell right in here, it's rotting out. Look at that. It's rotted out. This was actually the wood. That deck right there used to go the whole length of the trailer. It's not treated. It's full of termites. It's not that good. That's why we haven't used all this. Yes, it looks like a lot of usable good wood, but it really isn't. Like, here's the board we took out, and it looks decent, but then you come down here and look, I mean, it just falling apart. Like, it's just not usable. So that's why we're not using that stuff. There was another pile over by the house that we moved. It's just, we can't really use it for anything structural or anything like that, and that's what we're working on there. We're gonna try to find something that we can use it for. I don't really know what, but that's the big reason why we don't use that wood, and it just is what it is. That's why we bought new wood for the deck over there, because that deck will outlast that house now, most likely. And if Jaylee and I have kids, then that'd be where our kids and grandkids can hang out. But there's a whole nother pile of wood over here that Jaylene has some ideas for.
So we have this pile of wood, and some of this actually Jason and his dad actually used for underneath the porch. So since Jason and his dad did use what they could out of this pile for the deck, there's some more wood over here in this other pile that I had some ideas for. So as you can see, there's just a ton of wood over here. Some of it is the same wood that Jason just showed you over there, so we don't know if it's full of termites, if it's even usable, but we want to go through it and see if we can salvage some of it. And there's one of the bedrooms in the camp house, the beams are exposed, and we were going to try and find pallets and break them apart and use that on there. But if we can salvage some of this wood, why not just use that? So that was my idea for that, and we'll go through it and see if it's even possible.
So we did get to read through the comments and stuff of, you know, everyone saying scrap the stuff, throw away all that junk, don't just move one junk pile to another pile and try to reuse it. It's not going to be worth it after 100 days and all this stuff. We get it, guys. We're not, yesterday's video or the day before or whatever was basically a day off. It was just to keep our minds going. That's just a look in my mind. My mind's constantly going, I can't turn it off. I need something to think about. And whether we'll ever get to any of that stuff or make a jacuzzi or a pool or anything like that, guys, that's just thoughts in my head that I'm sharing with you guys. It doesn't mean we're actually going to do it. We might, but it's just, these are just thoughts that go into my head.
And you guys have to understand that we have to do other things besides do work every single day,
or we'd go insane.
I don't want to get burnt out on this place and hate it and never want to come back.
Yeah, that's not what this 100-day ranch rescue is. It's not come out here, kill ourselves, and then at the end of the 100 days,
leave,
like she said, yeah, you absolutely hate it. So we're trying to come up with ways that we can enjoy the place and
while we're here.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So it's, you know, it's, don't overthink it. You guys overthink a lot of this. We know a lot of you, from the bottom of your heart, it was the best thing you could think of, saying scrap the stuff.
And I mean,
try to get some extra money. Yeah, and a lot of you gave us ideas on what to use. Like someone said to make a doghouse out of one of the freezers, which is genius. It's already insulated. It's perfect. I don't think we'll need that out here, but that was a really good idea. I would definitely use it if we were back up in the Dallas area because it gets cold.
Well, and I would love to use like some of the wood and metal for raised beds. We're just not planning on doing any raised beds right now.
Yeah, if we decide to stay longer than 100 days, which we have no idea what's going on, guys. We're just trying to get through the 100 days. We're on week 2.
Yeah.
You know, we're day 14 out of 100, and so, or somewhere in that area. And so,
I think it's day 15.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, you know what we're talking about. It's just one of those things that don't overthink it. That's all we're saying. And we know that a lot of you are commenting with the best possible intentions, but just don't overthink it. We're just trying to, yesterday or that day, the 2 days ago, whatever, was just a day off. It was an idea for us to post a video, show you some stuff, and that's it. Literally nothing else. It was almost, let's be real, a filler video.
I mean,
just
all
being
we did
real
was
here.
Mow and weed eat. So
yes.
Like I said that day, you guys know what that consists of. We don't need to show you us mowing.
Yep. And so that's that. Let's get to work.
So we got some more cows coming in, which is a good sign, and we're hoping that the goats are probably clicking with one of the herds of cows, and they'll come around eventually. Yesterday,
when we were building the deck, we were almost finished with it. Actually, I think it was when we were doing the electric, and Jaylena said, "You hear that? It sounds like a cat." Or something.
No, Matt
did.
Like a cat. And I said it sounds like a goat.
Yeah, she's like, sounds like a goat. And so we listened for a while, and we ran out over there, and we didn't see anything. We don't know what it was. It kind of sounded like Peaches, smaller goat.
If it was a goat, it would have had to been Peaches.
Yeah, it sounded kind of like her. And so it was just one of those things where like, oh my gosh, they could be literally right there. And that's the reality of it is, you know, everyone's saying, have you found the goats? Have you found the goats? Are you searching for the goats? You need to stop doing what you're doing and go search for the goats. Guys, we do. We search for them every day. But if we showed it on video, we couldn't do anything else. And so if you want us to do 100 days of searching for the goats, we can. I just don't think you guys are gonna be interested in that. And so it's us driving around, yelling for them, looking for them on hundreds of acres through thick brush. And so I'm gonna show you guys real quick on the reality of it, and this is it. So I'm maybe like 20 feet from this tree line right here, and I can't see 5 feet past the tree line. So those goats can literally be right there, and I can't see them. Same thing right over there, and over there, and everywhere you look, there's literally hundreds of acres out here of thick brush like that. So even though we look and look and look and look, it doesn't mean that we can actually see the goat. We try to listen for them, we try to do that, but you got to think hundreds of acres that look like this, hundreds, and you're looking for 3 goats in some brush like that. So guys, I know some of you guys are getting upset saying we need to be looking for the goats, we're irresponsible, we're talking about doing other projects and this and that when the goats are out there. We look for them every day. Just please know that we love our animals like family. When Stainer passed away, that was a huge thing for us. Just because we don't talk about Stainer that much doesn't mean we didn't love him. It's the same concept with the goats that are out. We drove all the way to Oklahoma to one of our viewers that's super awesome and gave us these goats. We would never just let the goats go and then not look for them and just be like, oh well. So guys, you need to understand that that's not who we are, and we appreciate you asking and commenting and being concerned about them. But the reality of it is like I said, they could be standing right there on the other side of those trees and we'd never know it. So we're looking, just know that. So Dad just got out here. I'm gonna start screwing in all these screws. He's working on the electrical stuff, and Jaylena's over here mowing. So we are over here at the trash pile, and got all the stuff, even our tripod, piece of junk tripod. Thanks a lot, Jared. He pawned that one off on us.
Almost broke our whole camera.
Yeah, almost broke the camera. The camera fell down twice. But we're going to throw all this trash in that pile, since we know a lot of you guys are upset about the trash pile. We figured we'd add a little more to it. All done.
So a lot of people used to say that we really didn't homestead because we only did so much and we only lived on 2 acres. Well, it doesn't get any more real than this. This is homesteading. We don't have trash service. We don't have internet out here. We barely get service in certain spots if you hit it right. I mean, we pile everything up, reuse what we can. Other than that, it just stays here, and eventually at some point, maybe one day, someone else who has the money can get this hauled off.
So that's pretty much all this is, guys. We're out here trying to put everything we have in one pile. Again, Jaylena and I didn't put this stuff here. We're just out here trying to make it look a little nicer, make it a little more presentable, and at some point we will get a trailer out here, haul some of this metal off. That is a future goal, just not right now, not these 100 days. We don't have time.
It's not a priority.
We don't even have, like, that's like a Jeep frame down there. I can't lift that. We don't even have a tractor or nothing out here. So in the future, yes. Right now, no.
So I was wondering why Jason and I were sweating so much. It's 101 degrees.
That's not even factoring in how humid it is. Killing me, bruh.
Yeah, as you can see, we sweating.
We sweating. But not the haters. So my dad worked on the electrical for a while, just to find out that the switch does not work. We tried many switches and they don't work, so we gotta go buy a new one. But he plugged in the saw, and we're gonna see if it works. Yes, no, maybe? it works. Just need a switch, that's all. So, we got the electrical fixed, like I just said. And we are gonna paint the house. A lot of you are asking if we're gonna put a new fresh coat of paint. Yes, we are. We need colors. What color do you think we should paint this house? We're going to do kind of a light oak stain on the deck, and then we're going to clear coat the cedar post. But what color do you think would go with that really, really well? And we do have another surprise that's going to be going on the house, but that will be later. But we need to know what color. I have an idea, Jaylena has an idea, my dad has an idea, but they're all different, and so we don't want to tell you what our ideas are, so we can see what you guys think and see who has the best idea. So comment down below. Alright guys, we're gonna end this vlog today with what we've shown you so far. We're gonna spend the rest of the day going out, kind of looking for the goats. Normally we don't talk about that because we don't need to talk about it every day, but we figured since you ask, we'll tell you. So we're gonna go spend the rest of the day trying to find the goats, since we thought we heard them right over there, or at least Peaches, it sounded like yesterday, I believe that was.
Yeah, maybe because we drive around on the Jeep, maybe stop at a couple places and try and go inside more.
Yeah, and then I've got a few ideas on some traps, but I gotta do it good because we don't want a deer getting stuck or, you know, anything like that, hogs or something like that. So we got to try to figure it out, a way to get the goats in there. But if a deer got in there with antlers, it wouldn't mess them up. So I got some ideas. We're going to try to scout that out where we could do it, that type of thing. But we figured it out. The electric took a little while. Main thing was breaker was bad and the switch was bad. If we would have known that from the beginning, it would have saved us a lot of time.
Because you did get a new breaker, right?
New breaker.
And then we got to buy a new switch.
Yep, and so my dad's gonna get that. And then we did find a game camera. My dad found one in the camp house, and getting some batteries for that so we can set up the game camera and hopefully catch the goats on that. We can kind of get an idea of where they're at. We still have a lot of hope that they're alive and doing well out there. There are places out there for them to drink and stuff, and plenty of food, as you guys know. But yep, that's today. It's a hot one. Like we said earlier, it was 101 earlier. The humidity is crazy. It's just scorching. So we're gonna call it a day with the vlog.
Yep, and as always, you guys, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up if you haven't yet.
Or
subscribe. Or
thumbs down if you don't like it. We don't care. There's like 20 of y'all. And so yeah, hit the subscribe button, or don't if you don't like us. It's fine too. But
either way, thanks for watching.
Yep.
And either way, we'll probably see you tomorrow.
Yep, see ya.